Welcome to Secondary, voices and topics from today's high school students.
Hi, I'm Andrew.
I'm Lilly.
And welcome to Academy Antics, where we're going to tell stories from our, 10 years of school?
Yeah, it'd be like 11 probably.
Yeah, it's too many. Anyway,
It's a lot.
So would you like to start us off?
Yeah, sure. So first I'm going to talk about my 7th grade Spanish teacher.
Oh, no.
By the way, we are going to change like the names. So if there are names, it isn't the person's real name. So we're going to call this teacher Miss L.
Okay.
So she was a Spanish teacher. She didn't like me much. I don't know why. And I was in her class one day, and all of a sudden we were coloring something. She was like, "You need to move to color." And I'm like, "Why? Like, I'm not bothering anyone." So I'm just continuing coloring, and then she counts me down from 5, and she's like, "Lilly, I need you to sit over here in 5 seconds, or you're getting a referral." She started counting me down. She was like, 1, 2, 3. Don't make me give you a referral. I ended up moving at 4 because it was like right before the Valentine's Day dance. But then when school ended, I went to my mom's car. And I was like, "Mom, I had a teacher threaten to give me a referral." And I told her about it. She walked into that principal's office and told him about it and everything. And then she got fired, like at the end of the year. Yeah.
That's what happened to her?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. I'm kind of the reason she got fired.
Yikes.
Yeah. But I ended up dropping that class at semester because it was supposed to be a full year, but I dropped it. Do you want to go?
Absolutely. So it was like 2nd, maybe 3rd grade, okay? Mm-hmm. It was before I have moved here. And maybe like first week of this school, the teacher pulls everyone aside and just says, "Hey, the boys' bathroom has been like very messy because guys were just, I guess, peeing everywhere and just everywhere but the toilets or the urinals." And so it's my first week there, and I don't know what to think about any of this. And at some point I'm like, did I do this on accident? And then the teachers are like threatening, like, "Hey, we don't want to do this, but we will put cameras in the room to find who it is."
That's illegal.
Or like we're gonna have to sign ourselves out with that sheet, that teachers would do to like keep track of who's out. And I don't think they ever caught him. I think he got away with that forever. Whoever did that is a criminal mastermind.
Yeah. That like reminds me of something that happened in 5th grade. There was just a bunch of toilet paper put in the girls' toilet, and they pulled all of us 5th grader girls aside. It was during lunch in recess, and we were all like, it wasn't us. I think it was like some like 3rd grader who did it, but they never caught the person.
Yeah, I don't think they ever caught the bathroom bandits.
That's a great name for them.
All right. Next story.
When I was in 2nd grade, I was called to the principal's office, and all of a sudden it was like, "Lillian, I need Lillian down to the principal's office." And I'm like, "What?" Like, they didn't tell me anything about it, so I'm dreading that walk. I am like walking around the computer lab, walking the slowest amount, and then all of a sudden, like, my old 1st grade teacher was like, "Where are you going?" And I'm like, "The principal's office." And then she makes me walk down there, and then I'm sitting in that chair thinking, what did I do? What in the world could I have done? And then I got called in there, and he was like, "I'm going to call your parents." He hadn't said anything to me, but he was like, "I'm going to call your parents." And I'm like, what did I do? And then he has them on speaker, and he's like, "Hi, I'm the principal." And then he's like, "Your daughter got a positive referral." And I'm like,
Oh, my.
I was so terrified.
I hate when teachers do that, where they make it seem like it's a bad thing, and then they're like, "Oh, surprise, it was good."
Yeah, I was so terrified. It was so scary. And then I like almost cried about it. I was like, and then he had this basket of like prizes, and I don't remember what I took, but I took something. And then I walked back to class, and one of my friends, Bella, she was like, "What happened?" And I'm like, "I got a positive referral." I had like this whole paper and everything, and I was terrified.
Yeah, I can understand. Oh, that reminds me of in elementary. So for some reason, they were giving out iPads to these elementary schoolers.
Because that's a great idea.
And they were like fire books or something. And they gave away like 3 of them. And I won one of them, and my mom was super stoked. I never unboxed the thing.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and it's probably sitting somewhere in my house, just not unboxed, just completely fine. Or completely cracked, knowing my animals.
Oh, wow.
And yeah, that was probably some of the happiest times in elementary because they just gave me a free iPad.
I mean, I would have been happy too if I had gotten an iPad.
Okay, so my next story.
Mm-hmm.
I was in a classroom with my friend, we're going to say Nathan.
Okay.
And I'm sitting at this desk. We're in science class. He has been just pushing all of my stuff off my desk for like the past 3 classes. He thought it was the funniest thing around. Like, he kept doing it over and over. And every time I would like go like bend over to try and pick something up, he would throw another thing off my desk.
Wow.
So, since I was getting tired of that, I started just shoving stuff off his desk. He thought it was still funny, and so we were just going back and forth, shoving stuff off each other's desk.
Oh, wow.
Teacher didn't care. And then eventually, the person sitting next to me just says, "Are you doing okay? Like, are you angry?" I'm like, "No, I'm not that angry," like in an angered voice. And they were like, "All right." So that was a lie.
Yeah.
And they were like, "Do you need to meditate?" And I was like, "No, I don't need to meditate. We're just throwing stuff off each other's desk."
Imagine if they like put you in anger management class.
All because I was throwing some
Yeah.
kid's binder off his desk.
That'd be pretty great.
It was always so loud as well, and the teacher didn't care. They just kept teaching. They were like, "Okay, so this is the periodic formula, and like this is how you get iron."
Oh,
I don't know
wow.
what they were teaching. It was like 5th grade.
It was 5th grade. No one remembers anything from 5th grade.
Yeah, but to be fair, the teacher, same kid, Nate, he did not like the teacher. He hated her. So she also hated him.
Yeah.
But to be fair, everyone thought she was sexist because she didn't like all the guys.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That is literally the definition of it, too.
Yeah, so she just kept, like, so basically the girls would be talking decently loud in the corner, and then guys would be, like, moderately chatting in, like, the middle class, and she'd be like, "Go and move your clip right now." And so she pulled Nate aside, and she said, "Hey, some teachers would have given up on you by now because you're not that good of a kid. But I'm not going to give up on you, so why are you, like, angry at me, or why are you this?" I don't remember. He didn't tell the story very well. And he just wasn't talking to her. He was just trying to do his work so he could go outside of recess. And so after that same sentence of, "I'm not going to give up on you," she gets up and leaves.
Oh, wow.
Completely gives up. It's so
The betrayal
funny.
from a young age, too.
Absolutely. We were like in 5th grade. There's
Wow.
no need for that. She was being so petty.
I love that. That is pretty great.
Yeah.
Okay, so this next story, this happened in what, like 3rd grade? So my friend, we were in gym class, and we had this obstacle course, like mats and everything. My friend
the
couldn't
mats.
jump over, like she jumped over and then sprained her arm. I was like right behind her too in line, like ready to do it. You know, I was ready to run and jump over. But then they took down the mats because she sprained her arm. And I'm like, are you kidding me?
Are you joking? So what? Just
Right?
one kid sprained her arm. It's not like it was the whole class.
Exactly. I still kind of hold it against her too, because I'm like, seriously, I couldn't do that, and it was a fun part of the thing too, because like you jumped over and went onto that huge crash mat, because in our gym we had ropes to climb up and everything, and I was just so sad. Like that was probably one of the worst days in 3rd grade for me.
That's awful.
How
could they do that?
Exactly. Like
So
it's terrible.
anyway, my next story, it was in elementary. Basically every year of elementary, when we were in winter,
Yeah.
it would snow, and since they were pushing all the snow from the teacher parking lot over like near the playground, there would just be this massive snowbank,
Yeah.
and it was like super compact, so it was really hard to get through. But kids were determined. They started tunneling into that
What?
at like multiple different angles. So
That is awesome.
so you would just be seeing like some kids over on the playground over here, but then like most of them would be over here just trying to make their way through this massive compact snowbank. Do
you know what would have been great if they used like the sporks in
Oh.
kindergarten? It It would have been great if they
They're
used that
just
to carve it out.
escaping. We gotta get out of here.
Gotta get out, man.
So you basically the farthest they've ever gotten, and I don't think they're ever gonna get like even close to halfway.
Yeah.
Like I think they maybe got like 3 or 4 inches in.
Oh, wow.
And then teachers started getting concerned because obviously that can collapse on people and kill them. So that never happened, by the way. No one died.
Yeah.
No one was even injured. We were fine. But some kids would stand on top of the bank and then slide down it. And then since kids were tunneling in there, they would kind of fall into the tunnel. And that would hurt them. They would be like, oh no, I'm butthurt now. And then, so they would just tunnel in there.
Yeah.
I was one of the kids that also liked to tunnel in there. It was pretty fun, I'm not gonna lie. And it gave me something to do. It's not like we were gonna go into the jungle gym.
Yeah, especially
while it was
because they
snowing.
wouldn't let you in there unless you had like snow boots.
Yeah.
They'd be like, "Sorry, you have high top shoes, but you can't go in because you don't have snow boots or snow pants or gloves or anything.
Yeah.
You just got to go stand on the sidewalk and cry."
Yeah, so you would just be standing, and you can't even run because there was like sleet, so you would slip and fall on the concrete.
Yeah.
So it was just super strict, so it just gave us something to do. I really want to know if they have ever actually gotten halfway through. Do you think any kid has been smart enough to bring a shovel? Like one of those plastic shovels?
That would have been great. Like the sandcastle.
Yeah, the sandcastle ones.
I personally think they should have used the sporks.
Honestly, sporks probably would have been good for a little bit, but not when it
Yeah.
started getting really compact. That's when you need the plastic shovels.
Yeah, the plastic shovels until those break. And then
Yeah.
you bring the actual shovel to school.
Yeah, you just have this big shovel like on your bag, and they're just like, what are you going to do with that, little Timmy?
Little Timmy.
I couldn't think of a name. It's like, I'm going to tunnel into the snowbank. You sure are.
Okay. I think that's it for us for everything.
Academy Antics.
Yeah, for Academy Antics.
So, I'm Andrew,
I'm Lily.
and we'll see you next time.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll do 3, 2, clap. Then we'll both clap.
Well, yeah, but then
Yeah.
we got to record for the clap. So,
Record.
3, 2, 1.